We have more Ori Kalkos challenge for you, and a Clow Card deck based off of Cardcaptor Sakura, essentially designed to be Sky Strikers. And this duel was actually a lot of fun. This is probably one of the funnest games I've unironically had the chance to play. So we're going to discard Skull Reaper here. We're going to summon out Sealed Utopia here. And we're going to have to banish 3 cards from our extra deck of our volition. I actually think that this was fair design. So we're going to banish 3, and then we're going to get to discard a card to draw a card. Alright, the rest of this card's effect is literally irrelevant, as they would say. So we have to get these bad Seal Series cards out of our hand, which unfortunately, hard to draw 3 of them. Then we drew the spell card to go with it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to convert this Utopia into a Shunon, since it is level 4. We're going to pay 500 of our hard-earned life points. We're going to bring out Synthesis here, and we are going to make an attempt to draw 1, discard 1. This Guillotine is not that good of an option either. So we got the Olive Swords. We're going to go ahead and we're going to convert our next monster on into Mr. Berserker here, and then Berserker is going to Lone Fire Blossom on into a gadget. And then we're going to grab Dark Red Gadget. And then we can go ahead and normal summon next gadget and start combo. So this is our normal summon for turn. It's going to turn on into a Dark Red Gadget. We're going to grab yellow from our deck to our hand. And we're going to make Dark Gear Gigantex here, which will get us a search for a detach 1. We're going to grab the Eye, because the Eye will let us pay 1,000 to search again. Alright, so at this point we have 2 negates, a walking, you're actually going to see what we're making here. This is one of the few times we actually make this. So I wasn't actually sure what we were playing against, but in customs, I've kind of noticed that making more generic-esque Floodgate cards is a good thing. So this thing, quick effect, I can send 1 card from my hand to the graveyard. This turn, while I control this face-up card, neither player can add cards from their deck to their hand except by drawing them. So this is basically meant to slow down the game state pretty much in the same way that Colossus would. So we're going to pass on a 1,500 Walking Skill Drain, a floater with 2 spell speed 4 negates in our hand. So we actually discard to turn on the Serpent of Order here. And now our opponent's going to have to climb this huge apex. I mean, it's going to be 2k when we quick launch out the Berserker for this. So, what actually is going to happen here? So we're actually going to normal summon Reincarnation Ariel. So this card on normal or special lets him add a Book of the Cloud from deck to the hand, but he can't do anything. This is actually where he's going to get cheesy here. So, Clow Card the Big. Target 1 spellcaster monster you control, double its original attack until the end of the turn. If you have 3 or more spell cards in your graveyard, you can destroy 1 on the field. So we're actually going to convert this on into a 3k beat stick. So we go ahead and let this resolve. We go ahead and he's going to activate the sword. Target a spellcaster monster. It can attack each of my opponent's monsters once. And if it destroys, you can target a spell trap card on the field and destroy it. So, interesting enough, getting a multi-battle pop effect here to clear up cards is really good. So we're going to go battle phase. We're actually going to shoot off this absurd card here in a second. So we're going to negate destroy this. Thank you, quick play Omni Negates. You are so good. Alright, so pop that, but he's got 2 spells in the graveyard, which is a wee little bit of a problem. Not particularly happy about that. So you banish this card from your graveyard, special summon 1 Cardcaptor Sakura from the deck, which is Sky Striker Ray. Alright, so quick effect, tribute this card, special summon a Clow card from your extra deck to the extra monster zone. And all this card is in your graveyard. This is literally Ray. Alright, so he's going to go ahead and shoot on out. He's actually going to summon the Earthy. So this is 1 non-Earth Clow card monster. If this card is special summon, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. It cannot attack until the end of your opponent's turn, and it cannot activate its effects. And think about that. That's insane. And each time you activate a Clow card spell card, you gain 100 life. Literally, Sky Striker. So Dark Gear Gigant's going to get negated, which is fine. Alright, he's going to get to continue to rotate on into big guys here. So this actually lets him add back his Clow card. Thank you, Fiery. He's going to set the shot and then the dash. Alright. And we're going to get a pass back on over to us. We're going to pay 1,000 life points. We're going to get our Dexia to our hand so we can discard it, so that we can summon out my boy Kirito. Because we want to draw a card here. That was actually the sole purpose of this play. I actually should have probably valued the spell speed for negate here, but I needed more bodies on the field to make sure that we can do things. Alright, so we're going to go battle phase attack. We are at an apex of 2,000. Sakura is going to get to come on back here, which is going to be a wee little bit annoying. Hey, look, Ray's back. I actually really hate how good this deck is. We're actually going to shoot the seal here, because I actually want to run this thing over. So we're going to shoot this, add this from deck to hand, so that we can attack over. He will get to link out, but that's fine. Alright, so Windy, this card can attack directly. If this card battles, you can send a Clow Card spell card from your deck to the graveyard. Who's actually going to do this to drop from the deck, which I think is fine. Windy's going to drop out his resource here. This card, if you control only a spellcasters, you can target one set spell and trap card on the field, destroy that target. This card is in your graveyard, you can shuffle it back into the deck and draw a card. So, this card's really good, actually. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and activate this again, so that we can continue to do our thing. This card is also absurd. You can only activate this card while you control spellcaster monsters. Destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls. So we actually got delayed here a turn. Stupid Gear Gigant here not being able to resolve a search is really absurd. So when your opponent activates a card or effect that attempts to negate your monster effect, you can discard this card to the graveyard, negate the effect. When this card is normal summoned, you can banish it, special summon one card capture Sakura from your graveyard or banished. So she's going to get to go ahead and recur back Sakura yet again. And we're going to get hit for 1,500. If you have 3 or more spells, you can destroy a card on the field. He didn't do that. He's just going to shoot us here with the Thunder. So we have to actually negate this with the spell speed 4, which is actually really rough because I didn't want to shoot that there. But it's actually fine. So shuffles back. He draws the Twin. So if you only control a spellcaster, you can send another copy of this card from your hand or deck to the graveyard. If you have 3 or more spells, you can special summon out 2 Clow tokens in defense mode. Alright, so this is where things start to get a little bit hazy for me. So we're going to mill off the Twins, and we're going to get to summon out our 2 tokens. Yay! And we're going to link on into Fiery. We're going to add back the Sword. And then we actually, this is where things get really cheesy here. So the dash, if you control spellcasters, target 1 effect monster on the field, negate that face-up monster's effects. If you have 3 or more spells, you take control of it. That looks familiar. And then the light and dark here, link to, I wonder why this all sounds familiar. This card is treated as light and dark. Or, yeah, so it's a light and dark monster. This card's link summoned. You can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls banished until the end phase. And then once per turn you discard a spell card, this card gets 1,000 attack. So actually, we're going to get linked out on here. Kuro! This card is special summoned by the effect of you. You can activate this effect. So summon 1 card capture Sakura from your hand, deck, or graveyard to his own. This card points to, but you can only special summon monsters for the rest of this turn. Okay, and then the Mad Lad is here. So, Clow Reed the Magician. If this card is linked summoned using 3 light spellcaster monsters, you can activate this effect. Add 1 Book of the Clow from your deck to your hand. This card is unaffected by other card effects, cannot be destroyed by battle while you control 3 or more spells in your graveyard. You can only special summon this card once per duel. I unironically do not have an out to this card in my deck. This card is an absurd powerhouse, actually. And I'm pretty sure we just draw and literally cry ourselves to sleep. Yep. There's nothing we can do about this card. Unaffected and cannot be destroyed by battle. What do you expect? So this was our run-in with Card Captor Sakura, the deck. Please, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and we'll guys them out.
Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCo40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCO40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcogames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.